When you log into a project, you will be on the home page of that project. Depending on your security, you will have access from here to many areas within the VPO. First, you will notice that we have what's called a project summary. These are showing tasks for the project that are outside of the other areas of the VPO. From here, you can view any late tasks or any upcoming tasks. To see more details about a given task, you can click on the task itself, and there you can see who it's assigned to, when it was due. To close that, you can simply click on the X. Also from the home page, there will be graphical representation of some of the areas in your virtual project office. In this example, we are showing RFIs by status as well as submittals by status. In the RFI graphic, we are showing that there are 5 closed RFIs, 10 open, and 1 rejected. If you would like to see more information about those RFIs, you simply click on the word RFIs above the graphic, and it will take you to that particular module, and it will show you the RFIs by the status for each of those RFIs. And the submittal graphic works in exactly the same way. Also on the home page, as we scroll down, we also have an area where we can upload any progress reports for the particular project. We can keep track of any issues, any risks for the project, as well as be able to quickly get to our document library links, such as any documents that you've uploaded and attached with daily reports or with your punch list. We also have some useful links which quickly get you to the log for payment applications, your potential change orders, as well as your change orders. At the top of the page in the VPO, this is what's known as your quick launch bar or your menu bar. And basically, it allows you to quickly get to all of the other areas within the VPO. One of those areas that is extremely useful is the calendar. The calendar is used to keep track of events that are occurring within the project, any important deliverable dates. To create an event in your calendar, you simply go to the actual date and you click Add. When you click Add, it brings up this calendar for a new item. Here you can enter in a title, the location of the meeting, the date and time for the meeting, as well as the end date and time. You can also type in a description for the meeting. You can categorize it, and if the category doesn't exist, you can specify your own value. If this is truly an all-day event, you can simply check this box and it'll take away the time. If this is going to be a recurring event, maybe you're having this meeting every week, you can simply click the box that says make this a repeating event. When you do that, it's then going to prompt you to pick if this is a daily recurrence, weekly, monthly, yearly, and we'll say it's weekly. And then the day that it occurs, and it is a Wednesday. You can put in a start date, you can put in no end date, or you can say you want to end after so many occurrences, or you can truly give it an end by date by selecting that radio button and clicking on the calendar and selecting the date that it will indeed complete. Once you are done, you can hit the Save button, and now you have your new event. Now we also have many other areas in the VPO, some of which are known as tasks or actions, and others which are known as document libraries. The document libraries that we have, for example, are your drawings, any photos that you want to upload about the job site or the project, your schedule, and so forth. The way that you work with the drawings is you simply, or any of the document libraries, is you click on the actual name of the library. So in this case, we're going to use drawings as an example. In this particular library, we have further separated the drawings by folders. This is just a nice way to categorize all of the different documents that you may have in a document library. To get within a folder, you simply click on the folder name, and now you are seeing all of the drawings that exist within the CAD folder in our drawings log. Now notice on the drawings log that we have two tabs up at the top of our screen. We have Files and we have Library. If you click on the Files tab, what this allows you to do is work with the individual documents in your document library. From here, we could upload a document. We could also create a new folder if we needed to do so. If we come down and actually check one of the documents, now you see that we could also view the properties, we could edit the properties, we could also delete the document from here. In addition, from here, we could see the version history for this document. If I click on the version history, it's going to show me that this was modified by Beth Anderson, and if there had been any additional uploads, it would keep track of the date and time and who had done that upload as far back as to the document was created. We also have the ability to add an alert for a particular document itself. So what that means, if somebody were to delete this document or, update a new version, we could get an email alert telling us that this has occurred. Now, in another module, we will go more into detail about document libraries as well as alerts. You notice this will also allow you to download a copy of this document if you need to do so. We also have a tab called Library. The Library tab is dealing with all of the documents in this library. So again, from here, you could create a new view of how you wanted to look at the documents, or you could select a different view if one existed. You can also alert yourself to documents as a whole. And again, we'll go over that more in the alerts module. You can also choose to open with Explorer, export to Excel. Again, all of these would be for the whole document library. Now, in addition to the document libraries, we also have, as I said, task lists, or more like action items where somebody will be assigned an action. I'm going to go ahead and click on RFIs to use as an example. So when you are on an RFI or any of the log files, you will see all of those, and in this case, RFIs for the project as a whole. Underneath the title, you'll have the ability to create a new task or edit this list. When you hit edit this list, it'll make it more like an Excel spreadsheet so you could modify quickly multiple records in your RFI list. Underneath that would be listed all of the different views that are available for this particular task list. If I were to click on the next one, the closed, it'll show us only those RFIs that are closed. The three dots at the end of the view names will show you any additional views that are available, allow you to modify the view you're currently highlighted on, as well as create another view. And again, there will be another module that will show you exactly how to work with the views. Now, when you are looking at a log, I'll just go back to the all RFIs. When you're looking at a log, you can indeed sort by any of the items listed in that log. So if I decided I wanted to sort this by RFI title, I could change it to descending and it would sort in that order. In addition, we also have two tabs again up at the top of the screen. We have the Tasks tab, which will again deal with individual RFIs. So just like in the document library, if I were to check one of the items, then from here I could view the item, I could edit the item, I could also look at the version history for this particular RFI, or I could delete it. If I needed to insert an RFI above this one, I could do so by clicking on the Insert button. I could also move the RFIs up and down as I see fit. If I needed to attach a file to this particular RFI, I could do so by clicking on the Attach File. And then the other tab that we have is the List tab. The List tab is dealing again with the log as a whole. Here's another way that you could create or modify the view or select what view you wanted to view at the current time. You could also export this to Excel if you needed to do so. And again, this is on the log as a whole. Another thing that you can do with the log as a whole is you can actually print it. If you click on the print, it's going to go to a default template that has been created for this log. But in the majority of the logs, there are multiple choices, so you could go ahead and select the actual one that you wanted to print. Now from here, we can choose to print this log, or we can choose to create a PDF from this log simply by clicking on PDF. We could also actually email this log. And if I click on the email, it's going to allow me to add who I want to send this to. I could select from users of the system and click Add. I could also copy somebody, and it could be even somebody outside of the VPO system if you wanted to do so. You would simply click in the email address, add in their email, and once you have completed that, go ahead and click Add. Once you are done, you can also put in a body for the email, like please see attached. You can say to send this log as a PDF, give it a file name, and then simply click send, and it will send to the people that you have selected up above. So again, when you print the log file, you can actually make a hard copy, send it to a PDF, or email it directly. Now, in addition to printing the entire log, these three dots next to the RFI title allow you to do other functions for this individual RFI. So if I click on that, you see from here I could actually open up the RFI, and then if I click on the three dots again, I see more actions. I could edit it, I could delete it. From here, again, I could look at the version history for this particular RFI. And then if I click on Advanced, I could again add an alert from here, or I could print this RFI. So if I go ahead and click Print, again, if there are multiple forms available, you could click on the drop down. In this case, we only have one, so that's what it defaulted to. So just like when you're printing the log file, here you have the ability to go ahead and print the hard copy, or you could select to print this as a PDF and save it, or finally, you could email the document itself. Again, you could send it as a PDF, put in the people that you actually want to send this to, whether they're within the VPO system or outside of the VPO system. And once you've put that in, you simply hit send, and it will send them an email. Now, in addition, we talked about how you could edit the RFIs from here or open the RFIs. So if I go ahead and click on the three dots again and say I want to edit this item, within these task lists or these action items that we have throughout the VPO, and these are things like your meeting minute action items, your RFIs, your project tasks, your submittals, punch lists. Whenever you create a new item, whoever you put in the field called ball in court, whenever you hit save, they will be sent an email notification that this particular RFI has been assigned to them. Throughout the process, you can change the ball in court so that different people are notified throughout the steps of the RFI process, the submittal process. And again, it works the same way throughout the VPO system. Once you're done, you can hit save. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead and hit cancel. One of the other things that you can do in the VPO is you can actually do a search of the site itself. So let's say that I know I called something schedule, but I can't remember where I might have put it. Simply type in the word schedule and click on my search. And now it is searching throughout this site for various places where it sees the word schedule. Now notice that this has the word schedule within an actual attachment, so it's literally going and reading any PDFs that you might have uploaded to the site. So this is a real nice way to quickly find items within your whole project site.